Hey YouTube, what's up? Blue Witch here. Hi everyone, how are you? What's up? Equals. Hey Danny. Hey Ed. Hey Spiritual Dreams. How's it going, y'all? Oh my goodness gracious. This is like a broken record with the dirty glasses, I tell you. Challenge. It's a challenge keeping them clean. Hi Diana. You finally got the closing shift tomorrow. Yay. Hi Debbie. I'm doing great. I'm fantastic. I'm really good. I slept. I got to sleep really good. These are so dirty. Hi DMA. You finally notified me. You mean YouTube did? Or wait, let me see. Wait. Sorry about that. Yay! Hi Divine Spirit. If I didn't already say that. Hi Nicole. Whew. Yep, it was a rough week last week, but I'm finally coming around to my normal self. Feeling good. Hi, Jared. What up, Blue? Aware. You're aware. Me too, Debbie. Oh my gosh. My order came in of my rainbow candles. I gotta get these put away. My pink candles came in. Have you watched The Orange is the New Black? Yeah, Blue. New seasons. I don't watch a lot of TV, sweetheart. Well, lately I kind of been watching a little bit. Oh, Divine Spirit said hi. Ghostbox. Lately I kind of have been, but I just go to sleep, and so, but I don't really watch TV. The only thing that I really like to watch lately, okay, I know this show's been out forever, and you guys already know what I'm going to say because I've already mentioned it once, but I've never watched it until I started watching. Hi Linda, where have you been? But is that stupid? It's a stupid, that stupid Ellen show. Oh my gosh, she cracks me up. I like to watch, well, I never watched it, but then I saw her started scare, she scares people, and it cracks me up. You're either at work or you're asleep. I hear ya. I think tonight I'm just doing boosters. I was kind of trying to wait. Yeah, I'm doing love boosters. Okay, so, okay. All right, so I got a couple of situations going on. Okay, I'm going to give you guys a lowdown. Okay, so I have a client. She's awesome. And I'm only giving you this as an example because I like to use, hi Karen, I like to use, my new goal is to build a clinic temple. Oh, that would be so exciting. I like to use your guys' testimonies and things like that as an example. I will never use names, but it's just so that other people can like get a reference from it. Hi, WM. Just so you guys can like get an idea and learn like from other people's mistakes, or when they do something right, then you could learn, oh, this happened before, and you know what I mean, kind of thing, just to reference. Okay. So I have a client, and she, I did her spell like a couple of weeks ago. She was dating this guy, and she really liked him, and she was just like had a fling with him or whatever. And anyway, so I don't know what that was, but anyway, so I did a spell for her, and then it worked, and she's like, he comes into my office, but he doesn't say hi to me. He always ignores me, and it really hurts my feelings when we just had a beautiful, passionate night together, and blah blah blah. So I put all of that into the spell and stuff, and then it worked, and so then he started calling her more, and going out with her, and he finally did it. He finally stopped at her office and said hello to her, and I guess he's a distributor or something, and drops stuff off at the office or something. I don't know. Anyways, so she would see him at work occasionally. The funeral. So she would see him occasionally and things like that. So anyways, so all of that finally worked. And then after he left, then one of the ladies at the office said, I'm not ignoring you, sweetheart. I apologize. Tell me about your funeral. I'm just doing two things at once. I'm crafty like that. Okay, so anyways, then after he left her office, one of the ladies that also works there says, oh, I used to date that guy. I fooled around with him a couple times. He's on a dating site, blah, blah, blah. And she was like, oh my gosh, okay. And so she's still just dating him, but he's coming around. He's like making the steps to, seal the deal kind of thing. Everything's going good with the casting. It's all doing good. So then that night, she goes home with him. They have a great night together. And then before he leaves, she jacks him up about it. And now he's not calling her again. I know you're on a dating site, and are you still sleeping around with everybody? Blah, blah, blah. You guys, if you're not in a committed relationship with this person, you have no right to tell them or say shit to them about who they're sleeping with. It's called a casual affair or whatever. They can sleep with who they want. They're not married to you. They haven't promised to only be with you. They can do what they want. They don't have to see you anymore. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I get it that you are, being intimate with them, but if you're not in a commitment, then sorry about the connection, not jack them up about who they're seeing. If they're on a date, keep that little, they're trying to make me say a cuss word. Hang on, let me fix it. Is it better now? I know it cut out. It's off. Is it back on now? Okay, so anyways, as I was saying, you're back. Okay, good. So just keep that information to yourself. Like when you hear things that they're doing, just remind yourself that you're not in a committed relationship. You have no right to say anything to them about it. But later, after you are, then you can say shit about it. And then you could be like, you need to get out that dating. And, they'll be like, well, I want to, take our relationship further. And then you could say to him, well, you know, I would love that, but don't you think you should get off your dating site first? You know? That way you don't scare them off because that's right. If you don't want to deal with that, that's fine. And you make them just don't sleep with them. Don't be intimate with them. And if you can't deal with stuff like that, that's perfectly okay. That's your choice. But don't sleep with them then. Don't expose don't be vulnerable with them in that way. But if, you know, hi Nancy, but that's just how it is these days, you guys. And so you just know your place. Oh, hi Silver Raven. You haven't been on here in forever. So just know your place and know that you can't do that. I know it's hard, especially when they're saying all these things to you when you're being intimate, things like that. It's hard. They can send you mixed signals, and so it can be confusing. But just try to know that, until you're in that committed relationship, if you want to, I would fuck him up. Like, you know, if he wanted to play, then I would be like, okay, you want to be in it on POF? I could be on POF way better than you can, and make him crazy. I would do that, but that's just me. But and just be careful though. Guard your heart. Make sure that you're not putting yourself all the way out there, emotionally, when they're dating other people still. So it's just the way it is. It's true. I'm telling you. Anyhow, I just wanted to get that out there. Let's see what else. Um, we could. I really don't want to talk about this, but we're just gonna touch on it because it's a thing. The audio is messing up. God damn it. Hi. Did you guys see the picture I posted with me and Akate in the mirror? How does this... Wait. Coincide with casting through won't he want to commit to her anyway? I don't know. No, it's fine now. Saying hello from Wyoming. Hi, Joshua. I don't know. It depends on him, like, and what he likes and what he's after, and what he's looking for in a person. It depends on what kind of person you're dating. That's who that was. Oh, you couldn't tell? Serious? Oh my gosh, where's my book? So, that picture that Damaris posted. You see, but maybe my brightness would... Yeah. Hi. I am Melissa Azul. Let me see, what did she say? Sound correctly. Identify. Okay, I want to show you, I'll show you a picture. For reference. Let me go to the Queen of Hell group. Oh my gosh. My internet's really bad tonight, you guys. Even worse than normal. Come on. Alright, there we go. There you go. Oh my gosh. Hold on a second. Come on. What's the problem? There we go. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to zoom in on this so you could see the picture. Do you see her? Do you see her? Okay, that's Akate. And then let's go here. What's all this shit? Alright, hang on a second. No, not that one. Not that one. There it is. Oh, you guys might not be able to see. It's pretty cloudy because it's on a really antique mirror. The mirror is like really old. So it's really hard to see. You have to like, I don't know. Well, okay. So if you look right here, right next to my face, you guys see it. Can you see her in there? Mistake. Do you see her? She's in there. But anyways, you'll have to get on my Queen of Hell page if you want to see her better. Darkness. Ooh, darkness. Why mistake? What do you mean mistake? Anyways, I don't want to do that right now. But so yeah, I didn't even realize that she was there in that picture until later, and I was just like, oh my gosh. She's on there. And then we'll clean it. We'll clean the mirror pretty well with a car shop towel. Microfiber. Yeah, it's not on the surface. It's damage done on the back of it, and because it's a really old piece. I don't know. It's probably like, I'm thinking from the 1800s. So that's what she picked out. That's what she wanted. So that's what she got. It's crazy spiritual experience you ever had. Oh gosh. That's a hard question. That's really great. I know you were really happy. I know. Mystic. I was so freaking excited about it. And then there's like this little dude. Wives? How many wives do you have? Tell me. I'm gonna try to show you the little dude that's like right next to her. There's like this little dude is so cool. Hang on, let me find it real quick. You gotta see it. It's great. I know sometimes I post pictures and you guys have no idea what I'm talking. You're like, okay. But if you take the time to examine it, you'll see them. Oh, I don't know if you could see them good on this. I don't know if you'll see him. I can see him very clearly, but it's not a good. He's right here. He's like a little skull dude with horns. Do you see him? It's really cute. Very cute. But yeah, so somebody asked what, I guess she wants to know what kind of witch I am. I'm a primal witch. Propose. Are you going? Oh, really? He has 38 wives. 38 wives. And he's proposing. So you want me to be number 39? Fears. What's your favorite spell success story ever? Testimony Blue. That's a hard one too. Well, that depends. You have to tell me your name first. I can't marry you if I don't know your name. What's your favorite spell success story? Dark. You're dark? Well, you will have to ask Ikate. Did you post that in the group? Yeah, it's on the Blue Witch Coven page on Facebook. He's very clear. Yes, he is. He's cute. He's got a lot of wives. I'm sorry. I need to even scroll up. Whew. I don't know. I have so many. It depends on what kind of spell you're wanting testimony for. I have favorite ones for all. Well, they're not favorite, but there's many. I don't know. I love them all. I guess for curses, I like the one where sidewalk. Is there somebody on the sidewalk listening? I don't know. I have lots. There's tons. I mean, it's really hard to say when you've done like, almost 2,000 castings. It's like, how do you pick one? I have so many testimonies and examples and whatever, however you want to call it, that I can't possibly. I think my favorite one that I heard about, well, no, I like that one too. There's so many, you guys. I could give you an example. I could give you testimonies, but yes, you have. Oh, good night. Who is that? Oh, good night, Danny. Um, I could tell you, I've done a few prosperities that I was really excited about. I really like it when, what's the worst thing about dealing with spirits? I don't really have a worst thing. I really enjoy them. Now, I think when you don't know what's happening, then it's hard. But when you know what's happening and you are used to it, then it doesn't bother you so much. The only thing I don't like about spirits is I don't like it when for one, I don't like it when they jump me. Like when I'm at the grocery store shopping or something like that in a public place. And then they jump me and it makes my heart rate go up. And then I have I could feel anxiety. I don't like that. Pisses me off. No, I hope not. Mm-mm. I don't make her mad. I would, no. Never in a million years would I want to ever do that. Or have I? And, but yeah, I don't like it when they do that. And then Akate has to come in and like get him the fuck off me. Like the other day, I've been really worn down. I was really worn down last week because I was going through a lot of ascension, and they've been preparing me for opening a gateway and stuff. And so they've been raising my vibrations and doing those things. And so I was really like, my defenses were really low. And so when I was at the store, they just like got me. And I was like trying everything to push them off of me. And it was just like, so that can be a pain. Um, but for the most part, they're pretty respectful, and they know, we have a relationship, and they know, like, the do's and don'ts kind of thing. Um, they don't, you got to give them, if you respect them, they'll respect you kind of thing. Just like anything. But for me personally, they kind of know, what I don't like. And so they try to not do that. You know, they try to respect me. If not, then I'll banish them. Okay, what are you talking about? Yeah, we're working on that, huh? But, and as far as like a prosperity, I have lots of prosperity testimonies that I love. But my favorite thing is when I do a prosperity for someone, and then they work with the energy to make that spell so successful for them. Um, for people that don't activate the energy, they don't do their part, the spell's not going to work for them in a good way. Like, it's not going to be very effective because they didn't do anything to work the energy. I'll give you an example. I have a great example of that. I cast prosperity. I did two of them um, for different people, and the one girl I did it for, she started her own business with her brother. She got the job she wanted, and then she started a home business for herself. And they were all three successful, and she's making lots of money and doing really good. The other lady won unemployment. That's right. She is unemployed because she sat at home. She wanted to be an office manager, but she didn't want to work at a specific company. And she didn't apply to it. She assumed that they were going to call her, that they should call her. And I was like, you got to go apply for it, and she's like, ugh. And so she went down and applied for it, or she applied online or whatever. And then when they called her in for the interview, she got the interview, and then she sat there and told them she wanted to be the office manager, but she didn't want to have to work in the office. She wanted to manage the office from at home, so she didn't have to leave her child. And the guy was like, if you want to be the office manager, ma'am, you got to be in the office. And she's like, well, I don't want to do that. I could do it from home just fine. And he's like, no. And so she didn't get the job. And so then she called me and she's like, your spell didn't work. I was like, did you get the interview? Yeah. I'm like, what happened? She's like, well, I told him I wanted to work from home. So it's that's examples, okay? Like, this lady is very successful. She put it to work. She worked the energy. She's making money. She's independent. She's doing great. And this one is like not. And it didn't work for her. She got the interview and she could have had the job, but she put limitations on it. and acted stupid, and so she didn't get the job. So that's a good example of a spell working for you and not working for you. So it's like, I love it when I cast for you guys and then you take that energy and you use it and turn it into what you need it. You know what I mean? So there you have it for prosperity. We could do that all night. Are you sometimes shocked with the power Hecate has given you? Yeah, sometimes I get really excited about it. Do you also feel they draw your energy? Yeah, if you let them. Um, you have to be careful. Like, I don't let them do that anymore. But if if the spirits are draining you, then you need to ground yourself and you need to, you know, do your meditations. And you're not being responsible with your own abilities. You're open and you're feeding them, but you're allowing it by not grounding and by not doing your meditations like you're supposed to. You have to exercise that gift. Otherwise, yeah, they're going to feed on you. Do you also feel they draw your energy? Okay, wait, where am I at? Hang on 1 second. Let me go back up. I missed a bunch of shit. Okay, let's see. Hi, Rama. You ever had a bad spirit that hurt you or your family? Oh, yeah. Well, that hurt me, not my family, but um yeah, I have. I've been attacked many times. When I didn't know it was happening. Hi, Peachy. You want to hear one of your love spell dramatic success stories? Only because sometimes love spell seems to be the trickiest. Well, because there's so many different scenarios. There's so many, everybody's different in their relationships and in their lives, and situations are always different. Okay, we'll do it. We'll just talk about comebacks now. Do you wear any protection rings or necklaces or charms? No, sweetie, I'm suited up. I don't have to anymore, but I used to. Have you met these spirits? Um, no, no, they just come. I'm a medium, so they just come to me. Request? Okay. Tell me, what is your request, sweetheart? Okay, maybe it goes out, but no one not speaking. Well, if they're not around you, it's not gonna be effective. Can a spell cast after you put the resume in for a job? Sure. Absolutely. Um, okay, let's see. Let's do a love one now. Let's see. I don't know. I post a lot of them. Stayed forever. Oh, you want to request that it stay forever? All right. Um, let's see. Well, I really like that one, but I have a couple that are kind of funny. The ones that really crack me up are the ones where the man, or I'm just saying this, I know that's stereotyping or whatever, but in this situation, it's what it is. He was married to this beautiful lady. They have children together, and she was pregnant with their third child, and he was fooling around with his boss, their boss at work, and then during that time when she was pregnant and he was fooling around with their boss at work, the boss decided she wanted to throw the wife a baby shower, and I mean, it was a bad thing. He is such a douchebag for doing that to her. And she still loved him. And then he left her right before the baby was born, moved in with the boss, and so we did a breakup, come back, love spell. So he broke up with her. Well, first we did a breakup. He broke up with her and then went with someone else. And I was like, you got to do. That's why I say on the, after 3 days, you got to get in there. You got to do the comeback at the on the. I like to do it that way for a reason. But anyway, so then she was like, okay, and so then we did the comeback, and so then he went back to the boss after they broke up. He went with the other lady. Then he went back with the boss lady. So then we did the comeback love. So then he went back to his wife, and then she was like, I don't, I changed my mind. I don't want him anymore. So then she kicked him out, and then he had to go back to the boss lady again. So I loved that after she went through all of that with him, that then she changed her mind and kicked him out. To me, that was awesome because I was like, why do you want him? He's such a piece of crap. But anyway, so good for her. I was really happy and proud of her that she went through all of that to get him back. And then when she finally got him back, she's like, I could do better. Quest. How's that? Oh my, I guess that's not what you wanted. Okay, you want a fairy tale one. Let's see who's got a fairy tale one. Correct. Yes, correct. Okay, so I know I have a good one. Okay, so I have a client that um she okay, so this one's, I know, a really good one. This one was hard. This one took so much work. I think I had a cast on this one like 3 times. It was such a pain in the ass, but we finally got it. Okay, so there's a lady. Formula. She had a husband. She had a child with him. And then she found out he was sleeping with prostitutes. And um, and he left her to go be with the prostitute lady. Had a kid with the prostitute lady too. So she still wanted her husband back. So we kept working on him, and I think it took us like, I don't know, maybe a year, maybe 8 months, 6 to 8 months, something. It was a long time, and but anyways, so finally, I think it's what it took was I cursed the prostitutes and and instead of working on the breakup was in place, then I did a curse the prostitute, the other woman. I I cursed her, and then he caught her with Johns, and so whatever you want to call them, um, and then he got jealous, and they got in a big fight and left. And then I did the comeback love. And so then went back to his other wife. And so now, and they're still together and working on their problems. But they're going to counseling and things like that so that they could fix what was wrong. Because obviously he has some issues. So, and that's another thing, you guys. When you're doing these comeback love spells and your shit's broken for a reason, you gotta fix it. Once you get them back, you can't just think it's gonna be all rosy and sunshine. You gotta fix what was broken. So you need to figure out a way, if that's counseling, if that's changing your own behavior, or doing things differently so that the same mistake doesn't happen again. You gotta fix it. You don't, otherwise you're just gonna have them, they're just gonna be trapped in a fucked up situation with the same problems why they left the last time, and then you're both just be miserable. All right, let's see. What did I miss? I missed a bunch of stuff. Let's see. Okay, Peachy. Let's see. Just a little update. Just started to talk and he wants to work things out. Yay! To put things right, I'm all for this. I just wanted to tell you and ask if there's anything I can do. Just try to like be cool. Like don't jam him up on it. Don't just take it easy. Go slow. So that it can be a smooth transmission, transition. I would say, see ya. I know, me too. It's crazy. Oh, I found a book I'm about to get. Well, good luck with that, Jason. Angels and archangels are not Christian. My heart's been racing for the past days. I'm sorry that happens. That's normal. It's completely normal. Been dreaming a lot. That's normal. So just remember, everything that you're feeling, the other person is feeling also. It's completely normal. Expect it. I'm sorry that you're feeling crappy, Optimus Prime. It's probably because of your birthday. You probably have the birthday blues. Oh, you're welcome. Stupid birthday. Who can I find? How can I find out if it's through? You just have to let it. You just gotta let it do its thing and don't put your hands on it. That's another thing I'll talk to you guys about. That's very serious. It's making you very emotional. I'm sorry. No. Lucifer doesn't care about angels. He's not concerned about that. Lucifer's a god. Angels and archangels are not Christian. It's not like the Bible's just bullshit. Angels and archangels are Olympian planetary beings. They're not Christian. They're not from the Bible. I mean, they're in the Bible, but so is Lucifer and Belial, and it's just a bunch of food. So take the Bible and throw it out the window in the garbage or whatever, because it's just bullshit. Having trouble with this and getting anxiety. That's the energy, sweetheart. You'll feel it. Just meditate. All lies. Yes, it is. I have many. I have not many. I have, well, one that I know of. I have one ritual that I can do with Lucifer and Archangel Michael. That gives you an idea of how much of bullshit the Bible is, okay? So just don't, try not to think about that book. That's a stupid book. Thank you so much. I really look up to you and I appreciate your insight and everything so much. You're so very welcome, sweetheart. Cool. 202 2018 King Bud. Hey, Blue. Hi. Just for my situation. Hi. You're my assistant? Are you here to assist me for tonight's castings? I like it. Are you ready to rock and roll? Just do my best to speak positive affirmations as much energy off of me. It comes too much. Yeah, you gotta recognize it, you guys. Um okay, so here these are yeah, that was last night, huh? Oh, are you gonna work on those tonight? That would be great. Thank you. I appreciate that. There might be a couple like that. You're gonna do those ones? Actually, yeah, that would be great. Um, okay, so these are, hang on a second. Okay, so these are some of the symptoms when I cast for you that you're going to feel, okay? You're gonna feel, your heart rate's gonna speed up because that's just energy coming to you. You're gonna feel the energies around you. Even if it's not um, specifically on you, like if I'm casting for you in any capacity, you're gonna feel it. You're gonna feel your heart rate's gonna, like, in waves. It'll come in waves. It won't be like that like constantly. But there's symptoms that can happen. They don't happen to every single person, but you're gonna get some of the symptoms. Okay, so I've had people say that they have your heart rate will speed up in waves. You'll feel the energy will come in just like all of a sudden you'll be walking and then your heart will just start. That's energy, okay? Sometimes some people are really sensitive to the energy and it makes them nauseous. So that can happen too. Some people will see my energy in the mirror. You know how we take the pictures in the mirror all the time? So a lot of times if I cast for you, then my energy's on you. It's like an imprint. Like I'm sending you some of my energy. So it'll be on you. And if I've done like curse removals or protection spells on you, it'll probably be there forever. It'll always be like attached to you. That energy will always be there. And then your dreams, you'll have a lot of dreams about, sometimes I'll be in them doing I don't know what, but sometimes that will happen. Um, Sometimes you'll have the obsession to whatever, depending on what spell I cast, you'll feel that obsession towards the other person that we're casting on. You'll be obsessed with the casting. When this happens, you guys got to be really careful not to feed that, because then you're sucking it all in. So when that happens, you need to push that off. Um, like Diana says, she gets like she feels a warm feeling from it. Um, why do you always say that? I don't like that. I just did. Anyways, things like that. I'm trying to think of what else. What else? I think I covered most of them. And I know that that doesn't sound pleasant because it's probably not. but that's witchcraft, and that's primal witchcraft, I should say. So you're going to feel them. Oh, and there's going to be spirits around you. Um, they're not there to hurt you, but sometimes they're there to. Oh, and sometimes it can also trigger an awakening of your own abilities, and that happens a lot. And then it just happens. I can't help it. It's just um, for a while it was happening so much that I was like, Ekate's like using me to cast people, and then they're all just waking up. Like her children were just going boom, 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 boom. It was so funny. She's awesome. She's so smart. But so these are all just signs and symptoms of what happens when I cast for you. Yes. Uh huh. Hold on 1 second. Let me go back up and look real quick. Let me see. It's in the Queen of Hell. Let's see. The ritual you were talking about is one is in one of those books. Yes, it's in the Queen of Hell, I believe. It's in the Queen of Hell. Yeah. Hi. Do you think demons? Do you work with demons? Yes, I do. Optimus Prime. Oh God. It was written for control by fear. Oh, you're talking about the Bible? Yeah. Oh, and dreaming a lot. Yes. Oh my God, I've been wanting to throw up since yesterday. Yeah, it's just the energy. And we kind of maybe overdid it a little bit. Around the time you burnt the apples. Yeah. See, you were worried. You were worried that you weren't feeling the energy, so there you go. You just didn't wait long enough. As soon as I release it, then bam, all shit hits the fan. Yes, but they aren't even about the person I did the spell on. Well, they might be some things that subconsciously you're holding on to and that you need to let go of. You might have some things that you have to work on personally, but that's like all on you. I'm not getting into all that. That's a lot of stuff. Hey, Blue Witch, can you explain about healing gifts? Um, feeling. Hang on 1 second. Spirit is talking to you, and you can't be present in the dream. Wait. Spirit is talking to you, and even you can be present in the dream. Yeah, I know you know that because I did some crazy shit to you, didn't I? See, my roommate is starting to have dreams of me with Ikate. It's kind of funny. That is funny. He must have like an ability that's awakening, just being around. Because you're, okay, so Nicole, you're like, the stuff that you've been doing to like, the offerings and stuff that you've been doing. So you're bringing those vibrations into the house. And so those high vibrations, those are high vibrations that you're bringing in, and you're like not just doing Ikate, or you like did them all, and and you're not, and it's okay. I mean, I love that you did that, and I think it's beautiful. But and you wanted to do the full trident, and I get it, totally understand. But um yeah, so you're bringing all that into your house, like So everybody's shit's gonna be going off the charts. Okay, next. So, hey Blue. Okay. Well, I'm sorry. They're getting after me for not eating. Okay, let me see. Okay, where am I at? Right. Okay, so I addressed that one. I just saw an orb dart. I've been seeing a lot of orbs today. I would bet you have. No. You, Jason, you need to you're like, you should probably study a lot before you start all that. Because you know how you were getting after me about working with lower level vibrations and things like that? Well, if you don't have a relationship established with like Lucifer, and then you start asking him for stuff and he doesn't even fucking know who the fuck you are and what the hell you want or anything like that, you need to just slow it down and study them, and but pick one. Okay, don't try to do like all these different. I know that there are some witches on YouTube that will be like, oh, work with this one and this one and this one and this one, and that's okay for them to do because they've taken the time to build relationships with them. You, my friend, have not done that yet. Hey, Blue Witch, can you tell your demon if he knows anyone by the name of Alzmuk? Please, Blue Witch. Hi, Delza. Hang on. Don't mind as long as she feels it too. Yeah. Oh, and she'll feel it. Oh, and that's another thing you guys have to understand. Everybody reacts to the energy differently. Okay, like the person I'm casting on. There's like stages to it even. Like they feel it, but they're confused by it. It'll be like, where did that come from? Why all of a sudden am I dreaming about her all the time? Why all of a sudden do I see her everywhere? So you have to realize that this will confuse them, and sometimes they get angry, like men. When sometimes men will get angry when they go back, they're like, "What am I doing here?" Because you're not taking the steps to repair what was broken in the first place. So basically, they just broke up with you to leave a bad situation that they weren't comfortable with. It's not doesn't even have to be a big thing, just something that fucking annoys them. And instead of fixing what was broken, they just are back and it's like a broken all over again. Why am I here? And then they'll be always trying to leave, and then they're coming back, and then they're leaving and they're coming back, and they don't know why, and they get frustrated. And so that's why I say it's really important to try to fix what broke you guys up in the first place. Magic's not going to do that for you. Magic's going to give you the opportunity to do that, bring them back so you can fix what the problem was. But you need to be responsible for your own relationship and fix what was broken in the first place. I don't mind it. Yeah, she feels it for sure. She just doesn't understand it. Elsmic. Nope. Tells it doesn't work like that. Tells that it doesn't work like that. Anyways, gotta have a foundation before you can build with them. Yeah. Thank you, Spiritual Dreams. Optimus Prime, I am Elsmic. A angel inside of a body. Oh, I know who you are. You sent me a message. You're awesome. Yeah, you have to get a relationship with them. You kind of scared me because you are reckless and you start curses, curse words out, and stop doing that. Well, Jason, I have established relationships. I have dedicated my life, my heart, and my soul, and I eat, sleep, and shit with my family with the primal current. I study their books. I can curse anyone I want when I want. I can I can do it. I don't have to ask permission. I don't have to I can be as reckless as I want to be because you know why? Because I've done my work. I've done my time and I earned the right. And so that's why I do it. And you're right though, a lot of people cannot do that because shit can fuck them up. But I have established protection. I have established, um, you know, myself, who I am. I know who I am, um, and I don't have to explain myself to anyone. And if you're uncomfortable with that, then don't watch it. You can eat a box. Well, I'm always thinking about mine, so that's normal. Yeah, you're caught up on the spell itself. So you need to like do some things, do some exercises to not think about it because you're sucking up the energy. So when you're being obsessed about the spell and stuff, you need to stop thinking about, go work or work out or go clean your car or your truck or whatever, go ride your horses, I don't know, go ride your motorcycle, do whatever it is that you do to get your mind off of things. Make a sandwich. I don't care. Go grocery shopping. Whatever it is that you can do to not think about it. Because you're taking that energy. Can you explain about saints? There's saints in hell and earth. Color is black and red and holy. Yeah, what's up with that? Black and red and holy. I didn't know that holy was a color. What color is holy? Tell me. I'm not being smart. I just really don't know. If you can talk to a loved one. Oh, black and red is usually Lucifer. If you want to talk to a loved one that has died, you've been able to see them in person in another realm. Yeah, I have. I've seen people that are alive in other realms too. Wait, what did you say? Aww. And relax. Yeah, relax. Live your best life. Feel good. Look good. Plant a little memory seeds. She will be back in your arms soon. I know, but he doesn't like to plant seeds. He doesn't want to have to do any of the work. My favorite color is black and red. Mine too. Well, my favorite color is blue, but I love black and red as well. You're attacking me like for no reason, and you start saying you're going to curse anyone you want. Like, I'm saying I can. Don't question me. Don't tell me that I need to stop doing this or that. I don't have to answer to you. I'm not attacking you. I'm just telling you like it is. If you're feeling attacked, then that's on you. I'm not attacking you. Saints were the ones who are the pagans, and they know many forbidden spells, but only way to be won by selling your soul or being chosen. Oh my goodness. It's hard when she's currently in love with someone. Well, that's okay. That can change. Why'd you turn off my radio? That's no big deal. You're obsessing. Stop obsessing. And it hasn't even been that long. Gosh. I know. I told him to do the breakup, but he didn't listen. I can take control of everything, so I guess I'm doing it the hard way. You are doing it the hard way. It's because you're stubborn. But that's okay. I know, because I'm a saint myself. But I stopped talking to demons because I am powerful than demons. Well, I can still do a breakup. Yes, you can. You sure can. You sure can. You guys are funny. Just, so I'm going to speak a little freely with you for a minute, Optimus Prime. You know how you said that you were like seeing her all the time and then all of a sudden that stopped? Well, do you think that maybe there's a reason for that? Like maybe maybe her ship broke down. Maybe she's having to get rides from someone else, this kind of thing. So don't be so like about it when there's probably a good reason for it, you know? Yeah. Yeah, that's what I told him. You're right. I told him that. Let her be miserable first. I don't have any love spell going, but I get signs constantly of my ex. His birthday, his name, etc. And then we've been apart for some years. I'm still in love with him. Oh, Nancy. I shall remember the name. Cinderella. You have lots of weird names, so I'm Azul. That's my name. Remember the incident that happened last time? No. What does this mean? Is it possible he put one on me? Very possible. You may always speak freely about my spell. I don't care what anybody thinks. The spell work I'm doing with you. Okay, cool. All these things take time. It's not instantaneous. It's a domino effect. That's a good analogy. I like that, Nicole. It is a domino effect. It's like it's kind of like alchemy. You know, you have to go up and create. You go up into the ethers and you create um, this scenario for this to happen. Like first like this is just a stupid example, but like first the car will break down, so then she has to take the bus. Then when she's on the bus will break. She'll get so far, and then the bus will break down, and she has to get out of there. Then she's gonna call an Uber. Then she's gonna get on the Uber, and then while she's in the Uber, she's gonna meet the Uber driver, fall in love, and be with him forever. I mean, you know, there's like situations that has to be broken up, and different little situations have to happen to get to the end result. Do you know what I mean? So it's not just they're zombies and all of a sudden they're going to do everything you say. Um, my poppets is a binding hand ceremony. It's not to control their every move, even though it caused. Hi, thank you. Even though Kate did show me a way to do that, but that's not the point here. The binding hand ceremony with the puppets that I do are to take them, a part of their soul, and I'm putting them in the book of the damned. I'm opening the book of Rophakal, of Lucifer Rophakal, and I'm putting their name in that book. And so when I will always have that, Belial will always have that connection to them. And so whenever I say, you know, whenever I cast on them or I need them to do something, I can like annihilate them and make them do. It's very effective on abusive people. Um, it's just I've had a lot of success stories on the puppets. I have a couple that I don't understand what is happening. But I know there's a reason. I just don't know what the reason is, and so I'm just kind of waiting to see how it all plays out. But I could see movement in what I'm wanting to achieve. Um, I have one poppet, and I did a comeback with it, and then the puppet person is trying to come back, but then she keeps kicking him out because she wants it a certain way. And so he keeps finding all these stupid excuses to call her and to see her and to want to be with her and spend time with her, and they're like horrible reasons. And so she's like, that's not acceptable. And he's like, well, that's the only thing that he knows because he's stupid. And so it's the only thing that he knows how to call her is if he needs something or if he wants something. Then he calls her because that's just how his mind works, because that's just what kind of person he is. And it doesn't change the kind of person that they are. That's why I'm saying when it works and they do come back, even though they came back in a bad way, because it's still broken, you got to fix it. Um, it is very successful. What did you do now? So when they are finally apart, she will come running back to me. Patience is key. Um, she will want to, and if she comes back to you, you better fix what's broken. Already did a comeback and a honey jar. And that's why you're feeling so much energy. Where is what, sweetheart? Yeah, you're just going to have to relax now and just take your hands off of it and let it do its thing. You haven't heard the update. My client, do you always check? No, I never check. I never ever will call and be like, hey, how's your spell? Because there's a reason. For one thing, my clients are private, and if you need something or you have an issue or not, you want to give a testimony, then you contact me. For one thing, I don't have time to follow up on every single person that I cast for. I have way too many clients for that. Not happening. And I don't get paid for that. That's like, no. That's why I don't charge for consultation fees and none of that, because I don't want to do that. I just want to cast. If you want a spell done, I'll cast it for you, but I'm not doing any of that crap because I don't get, for one, I don't charge for it. And if you want me to hold your hand all the way through the spell and consult you all the way through the spell, then you should pay me for that, because I don't get paid for that. But anyways, that's beside the point. Um, where was I going with all that? No, I don't check on them. Um, and there's also, because a lot of times when you cast on, you don't want them to know. And if I'm like calling you to check on you and you're back with that person and they're like, who's that? You know, why are you talking to Blue Witch? And then, or they see an email from me that just popped up after you deleted all the evidence. You know what I mean? It's like, no. Um, a lot of people don't want that to be known. And so if that person finds out that you cast on them, then that's not going to make them very happy, is it? And so no, I don't ever call people and be like, how are you doing? I mean, unless you're my friend and I cast for you, then obviously, you know. Or if you're a client that I've had forever and I do lots of spells for you all the time, you know, then that's different. But if you're just a person and I cast for you and whatever, then no. Okay, let's see. What did I miss? Not good at all. We need a spell support group. That's what the Facebook page is for. Yeah, I was just talking about Lucifer and the book and relationships and stuff. What do you mean I don't have a relationship with Lucifer and I don't go to any spirits asking for stuff? Um, I'm just going by like this last few days of stuff that you've been talking about on the live chat. And like the other day, you were like saying, and I totally didn't even see it until later, but you were like telling me that I'm working with lower level vibrations and that's why I was having a hard week or something like that, because I was doing bad things or something. And then you were just telling me again that I'm reckless or some shit like that, and you don't need to fucking tell me shit like that. I have a question for you. Do you believe your spirit guides are picked for you before birth? Yes, they are. You are. Seeing everyone saying how awesome they are, it makes me feel better. That's good. Well, you're getting burned and all that stuff is just stuff that you're gonna have to deal with on your own. That has nothing to do with me. That's your own stuff. I don't have to correct their mistakes or yours for picking them. Just I'm still working on a relationship with Lucifer, and I've been working for a while. And you're primal. So it's like not a big deal to still be working on that before, you know. And not to mention you're 16, right? And Blue's been working at it for a long time. Yeah. And I don't need a 16-year-old telling me how to do my shit. It didn't. It didn't. It won't. Okay, you guys. Wait. too long. An hour and 20 minutes. I don't have a lot to do. Oh, and you guys, I don't know what's up. Yes, tomorrow I'll be live again. Oh, I'm reckless with your feelings. Well, you're reckless with what you say. I'm not. I am normally so cautious with the things that I say to people. I will never intentionally hurt anyone's feelings ever, but occasionally someone will say the wrong thing to me and then I will have to put you straight. And I apologize, but you're saying your shit on here, so I can say it too. It's like you can't just say whatever you want because you're hiding back there and I'm live. And so it's like, if you want to have a private conversation with me and you want to try to correct me in any way, then you can do that on Facebook, on Messenger, whatever, email. But if you're going to call me out live, then I'm going to correct you live. But I mean no disrespect, Jason. If I hurt your feelings in any way, I do apologize. But you can't try to tell me how to do my stuff. No one can. No one except for Akate, Lucifer, and Belia. I know. I am still alive. You fell. I'm so boring that you fell asleep on me, Divine Spirit. Oh, I'm perfectly fine. Good night, Nicole. Oh, as I was saying before, yeah, before you start criticizing, make sure you have experience, which you don't. Nancy, you really want to piss off Akate's main queen? I'm not mad at all. I'm just not going to accept it or allow it. That's all. I just don't allow it. And as nice as I am, I will never allow anyone to talk shit to me or correct me or anything. If you want to, like I said, if you want to say correct me or say something to the side, then we can have a discussion about it. But if you, yeah, it's not going to happen. Anyways, so my memory thing on both of my cameras is not working. I have new stuff in. So tonight's stuff will be live on a live video, but I won't be like communicating back and forth with you guys, but you're welcome to get on and watch it. But I don't have any memory in my thing. I have cards coming in the mail, and so whatever. I don't know what's going on, but they won't clear it so that I can fix things, and that's why yesterday's video was like this. Oh, I love you too. You should. Nicole's very nice. I remember when, dude, that really pissed you off. Really? Everyone, that night I was thinking I would hate to be him. Oh, I think I know which one you're talking about. Yeah, that's not a good idea. Okay, good, Jason. Maybe it was just a misunderstanding. Puppet support group. On YouTube, I was asking about lowering vibrations because one of The YouTubers mentioned it. Well, I'm not like other. I'm not like I'm not okay. That's cool. Okay, so I'm glad that you brought that up. I'm thank you for saying that. I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna talk about that real quick. Okay. 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 So I realize that some witches can't do some of the things that I do. And it's not that I'm being reckless. Some witches can't work with demons and things like that, or they can, but I don't know. Anyways, they can't because um they'll feed off of them, they'll do bad things to them, whatever the case may be. I'm a primal witch. I know I say that to you guys until I'm blue in the face, which is perfectly okay since I'm the blue witch, but I work with my mom, okay, is a Kate. She is the queen of hell, heaven, and earth. My father is Lucifer. My love is Belial. Belial is sworn to protect all the kin and children of Akate. He is devoted to that. He loves me. He calls me his princess. And they are the head of everything. They're the top. There's no one bigger than them. And so I can do things freely that other witches cannot do without paying a price. Okay, so I understand that a lot of people don't understand that, and it's okay. I have a thing about that word reckless because I've been attacked many times by Wiccans saying how reckless I am and shit like that, and they can fuck off too. But I respect the things that I'm allowed to do. I do not take them for granted. I love that I have the covering that I have, that I am chosen to be the person that I am, that I am the child of Akate. I'm her daughter. Because of that, I'm a primal witch. I can do these things. If I go too far one day and she says, "Hey, you can't do that," I'll be like, "Cool," and I won't do it. And everything I do, every little tiny honey jar, anything I do with the trident. They're the trident, okay? Akate, Lucifer, Belial, that's the trident. Everything I do with them. Hi, Dr. Stoner. You sure can. I'm sorry that you're upset, sweetheart. You're welcome to email me. Everything I do with them. And so I have the covering. And if any demon, okay, so let me put it this way. When Belial, he marked me one time. And when he marked me, he told me that he promises me that he will protect me against any god, any being, and any spirit. So I'm covered. So it doesn't matter in the universe. I'm good. I promise you I am good. And so that's like, what else can you say? And everything I do, everything I know, Akate has taught me herself. And so if anything goes wrong or she's the one who taught me how to do it. And so I can't be doing anything bad because she taught me how to do it. Or Lucifer or Belial, they're all teachers. They all teach me. They all watch everything I do. They hear at everything that comes out of my mouth. And so I know that other witches have limitations, and I respect that. I still admire their work. I still think that all magic is beautiful, even if it's different than mine. Um, it's still a craft. It's still hard work. It's still magic. It's still part of my mom because all magic came from her. And so I respect it. I have nothing bad to say about other witches and how they do their practice because they're doing it to the best of their ability, and that's okay. I'm just different. So you can't compare me to them. You can't compare an apple and an orange. Besides to say that they're both round, okay? Um, it's a different fruit. It's just different. And that's the best way I can tell you. And it's not just you, Jason. A lot of people get me confused with other witches and say, well, this witch did this and this witch did that, and that has nothing to do with me. That's not me. I'm different. I do things my way with my gods on my path. This is me and my path. That's them and theirs. And so you're just looking for where you fit, which is awesome because at such a young age, if you take your time and find your own place and where you fit, you will be huge. By the time you're my age, you'll be like ruling the world, you know. So just go slow. Don't make a bunch of dumb mistakes. Um, what type of tattoo is that on your arm, Blue? Take your time, and I know that you're very into it and you're very attracted to it, and you probably have a huge calling on your life. And so be just don't listen to other people's stuff. Be your own witch. Do what you feel called to do. Don't listen to other people's stuff. Okay? Um, that was a big thing for me. Akate would never let me do that. Even though I would want to, I'd be like, oh, I like how they do this. Oh, I like it. She'd be like, no. And I would be like, oh, okay. What about this one? This one's really pretty, and they use a lot of pretty flowers, and da da da. And she'd be like, yeah, it's real pretty. No. And so, yeah, do it your own way. So don't you'll figure it out. You'll do fine. But you can't, every witch is different. Different kinds of witch do different things, and and it's okay. That's their path. But I'm different. I'm primal. There's very few of us, but we are waking. Akate is waking her children. I'm telling you what. You are welcome to email me. All right, you guys, I'm out. And like I said, I'll be live for these boosters that I'm going to be doing tonight, but I will not be answering questions. But you guys can chat on there if you want to. It's fine. But I'm going to get everything set up, and then I'll be back on. And so I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Peace out.